The Eden Project is an educational charity best known for transforming a disused China clay pit in Cornwall into an extraordinary global garden. In the late 1990s, a group of visionaries came together to transform this disused and barren space into a paradise. Eden celebrates life and tells the stories of plants from across the globe that we rely on every day. The Eden Project is a story of hope, showcasing what is possible if we work together with both people and nature. Like the Eden Project, Costa Rica has an extraordinary story of transformation. In the 1980s, deforestation was widespread, but over the past 30 years, Costa Rica has become a global pioneer in the protection and regeneration of its natural resources, reversing ecological loss for the benefit of its people, and is now one of the most biologically rich nations on Earth. Costa Rica's national values and vision align with the Eden Project's mission to demonstrate and inspire positive action for the planet. For this reason, since 2018, Eden has been working with local communities and partners on Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula. Known for its surfing and ecotourism, the peninsula is one of the last areas of tropical dry forest, which is one of the most endangered habitats in the world. It is also home to communities who for generations have tried to make a living from farming on its overexploited and deforested lands. Eden's aim is to build long-term environmental and social sustainability on the peninsula.
So my name's Andy Jasper, I'm the CEO at the Eden Project in Cornwall in England, and I'm standing here at the top of Balso 1. This is the most incredible conservation project that we've been involved with for the last 7 years.
From the beginning, Eden saw the opportunity of what we could do in a very wild landscape in a country that we feel that we are uniquely capable of contributing to the future of their sustainability and the biodiversity for the future, as well as in an integrated program with local communities, because if the communities don't benefit and if they don't learn and if they don't feel the advantages of having a continued ecosystem, then the wildlife and the country is not going to survive.
The Nicoya Peninsula is an area where you have, interesting story of land regeneration. Since the 90s, there's been environmental service payments, so many of these sort of steep slopes have gone into some form of regeneration. And then more recently, now there's pressure in these areas because there are no incentives to continue on that route. And so much of the work that we've been doing is trying to find ways that we can work with local farmers to expand the connectivity between the biocorridors and create incentives for farmers to continue protecting the land, stewarding the land in the right way.
Biological corridors are strips of land connecting wild habitats that have been separated as a consequence of human activity, such as deforestation. They allow animals to travel safely between locations and are essential for ensuring biodiversity and healthy reproduction. The Eden Project is working with Costa Rican partners and the communities living in a 65,000-hectare biological corridor with varying degrees of protection and forest restoration. Within this corridor, Eden has secured 100 hectares to serve as a living example of how land can heal and regenerate when cared for in partnership with local people. This regeneration will benefit wildlife, human well-being, local livelihoods, and the overall health of the environment. A critical part of this project's long-term success is setting up sustainable ways of managing the land that ensures the whole landscape can be cared for by the local communities far into the future.
Well, Eden Project has invested from the beginning in the purchase of a particular piece of land, which was fairly derelict when we got in, had various people living on it, but they were not engaged, they were not gaining any benefits. Working with those partners, Sirenas and Land Stewardship Company, we've created a hub for community development and outreach programs, which includes education, which includes infrastructure, which includes community interactions.
As part of the project, Eden has given local farmers around 38,000 cacao plants used in chocolate production and provided training for their sustainable cultivation to help the community build livelihoods that also care for the environment.
Bueno, mi nombre es Deiner Arellana, soy yerno del dueño. Eso es un negocio familiar, una finca de 4.5 hectáreas. Alrededor hay de 7,000 metros cuadrados sembrados de el nuevo cultivo que es cacao. Nosotros somos productores de guayaba. Yo soy egresado del Colegio Técnico Paquera de la especialidad de agronomía con el profesor Vladimir, que es uno de los encargados de este proyecto, precisamente. Capacitamos mucho sobre el tema después.
Eden supports farmers training at the Paquera Technical School, a local college teaching agroforestry farming practices that work in harmony with nature, ensuring the community's long-term economic and environmental sustainability.
En este momento tenemos 4 carreras que se brindan en el día. Contabilidad, también se ofrece agroecología, que es lo que trabaja Vladimir. Ofrecemos también turismo en hotelería y ecoturismo. Entonces la idea de estos proyectos es hacer un agrupamiento de todas esas especialidades para que los muchachos salgan al campo, digamos, todos salgan a la sociedad con una formación bastante amplia.
Entonces también se recomienda al productor sembrar árboles, ¿verdad? Que ayuden a dar sombra a cacao, porque necesita sombra, pero también manteniendo siempre un equilibrio con los ecosistemas, ¿verdad? Donde especies que sobreviven en el medio ambiente.
Este proyecto nos ayuda a diversificar, digamos, la producción nuestra, nos ayuda a entrenar a los muchachos sobre una producción que no es muy común en la zona y eso va a ser trasladado a los padres de familia que van a meter sus proyectos nuevos en este tipo de que son.
¿Y qué es tu perspectiva, digamos, el potencial de cacao en la zona?
Al menos en esta parte, estas fincas son demasiado productivas, esta zona aquí. Habría que ver en otras condiciones. Pero aquí estas plantas de 18 meses, por lo general, dicen que tardan 3 años en producir, ya para que sea rentable. Nosotros en 18 meses ya tenemos.
As well as managing the land well, social sustainability and education are essential for ensuring a long-term success of this project. Eden's work in the area has included the provision of a school, community building, plant nursery, football pitch, and church to unite the community.
Sí, entonces así estamos con la P de poder, ¿verdad? Poner más bonito el pueblo, todo, como le digo, todo, no es solamente la escuela, también la plaza, también la iglesia, allá el saloncito, ¿verdad? La fe es que algún día podamos hacer un salón bien bueno ahí, de bailes, de actividades.
Costa Rica is a breathtaking country to visit. Alongside its pioneering work in environmental regeneration, it has also built a world-leading sustainable tourism model that helps to safeguard the country's biodiversity and support the well-being of local communities, and Eden's work is contributing to that.
Para nosotros es muy importante la parte del turismo regenerativo, porque no tenemos ese impacto negativo hacia la naturaleza, hacia los mismos pobladores, porque nos incluye, no nos excluye de todo lo que es la parte de desarrollo personal y digamos, estamos incluidos y no estamos destruyendo nuestro sistema ni nuestro ecosistema.
I would say this project is an example of how one can integrate the interests of tourism with the ongoing interests of local communities and the wildlife that's around it. Because people who come to Costa Rica want the whole sense of the nature, and they want to feel that they're contributing to it as well as enjoying it. And so from our perspective, the informed tourist who knows what they're looking at and knows the value of what they're looking at is incredibly important.
I think this project is all about preserving the essence of what Costa Rica is all about. And to me, it's about the people and the environment. So for someone who's coming out here and visiting for the first time, I think it's a place that you really experience that in a very authentic way.
So as CEO of the Eden Project, I'm incredibly proud that we've been working on this type of project, and especially as tourism is a key area of the economy here. And it's part of the economy that in many areas could become something that's quite negative, but this is a very good example of regenerative tourism that really helps to sustain the economy and the environment.
Huge progress has been made and the foundations are in place, but there is still a lot of work to do to ensure a sustainable future for Costa Rica's natural habitats and the communities who live there.
Desproducir, comenzar poco a poco y ir creciendo. Y esa es la idea. En un futuro poder manejarnos sosteniblemente mejorar la calidad de vida.
The biggest limitation of taking the project to the next stage is funding. I think what we've accomplished thus far is sort of a proof of concept, and all the pieces of the puzzle are in place. And what we need is the financial support to activate those collaboration systems.
The planetary emergency issues are all symptoms of the same problem. We have broken our relationship with the natural world. That's why the Eden Project are working with, for and as part of nature to repair this relationship by demonstrating and inspiring positive action for the planet. We can't do it alone. Your help and generous support will enable us to work together and work with nature for a future that remains ours to make.
Ojalá que en el futuro las cosas que estamos planteando se den y que seamos una comunidad sostenible y que seamos ejemplo en la península, en Costa Rica y en el mundo. Gracias.